Good evening, and welcome to the Heikadelic Show. We would like to take this moment to let you know that viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. So sit back, have yourself a nice cool drink or hot drink, and enjoy the show. And welcome once again to the Heikadelic Show.
So hey, if you're a band out there and you want to get your stuff played on the Heikadelic Show, reach out to us. You know how. But yeah, we can play a track. Maybe get you on the show some night if you're that good. But doesn't matter actually if your stuff's not that good, but you're funny. We'll take you. But yeah, let's get it going, all right? Because we're putting this opportunity out there for a limited time only.
Oh, hey.
What?
Hey, here we go.
It's me and the cat. You guys are in for a treat tonight. I'm just letting you all know at some point I'm probably going to be attacked. Yeah, I'm going to be in the middle of a cat and dog fight at some point. Hi, Sandra. You can witness it.
Oh, the
Sandra.
Sandra's number one.
The cat's got the eyes right now. Here, look at these eyes. No, she doesn't like the light in it. Oops.
Yeah.
That's gonna kill me in my sleep.
So we're gonna have the showdown live on the air.
Yeah. No, it's gonna happen. It'll be the second or third time it's happened live. This one here might have to.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Heikadelic Show. We're one man down right now, but he's gonna be in a little bit later on. I think he got a flat tire on his something. I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't think he drove. Actually, I didn't think he drove at all. I thought he took a bicycle to his DJ gigs, and refit
backpack.
No, I thought he refit a hot dog vendor trailer and hooked it up to his bicycle, and he would drive to his shows.
He had a Dickie D cart. He converted it
exactly.
Still has on it.
It's George on his Dickie D.
He flips the lid, and his record player's inside.
Oh, hey, guess what?
Cheers, everybody. I don't think the cat likes the music.
So I think we must start off by saying happy birthday to Kathy, because it was her birthday on the weekend.
Happy birthday.
All right. Happy birthday, Kathy.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, here we go.
That's it.
All right.
But,
cheers.
Yeah. All right. So
there's my mug.
Ass blew you a kiss. Hey.
Just remember that next time you smell something.
Oh my gosh. Fun fact.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Well, this will turn into a shit show.
Of course it will. We've done that a few times now.
Oh, we don't want to start it. We don't want to start it off knowing it's going to go.
No, we got some cool things happening tonight, right?
Uh-oh.
So, you guys have a good weekend?
I had a pretty good weekend. It was pretty mellow, and I went to the jam on Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday I did that show in Whitby. Pearson pub there. It was pretty neat.
Yeah.
And, it was a good time.
Right on. I worked all weekend.
You worked all weekend? What'd you do?
Yeah. Mostly painting.
Horsehead
some other
bookends.
stuffs. Yeah, some repairs, this and that. Yeah, working at 2 different places now, doing some patchwork. Sorry, I got that. My allergies got really bad today, so I'll be snorting and snotting and wiping my eyes. But hey, I'm here.
too close to the latex, right?
Yeah, exactly. Eh? Especially once you start rubbing it, it makes that funny smell, and it just messes me up.
So I met this person on, like, I go on the VR headset, right? And so there's a group that just, whatever, shoot the shit. They're all like kind of very technical, web designers and things like that. So there's always something cool to talk about. But anyway, this other person comes in and sort of joins, and she was talking about like what she did for a living. She lives out in the East Coast, and she custom paints puffins. Like, I guess, like puffins statues. Yeah.
Puffins,
okay, so
like little birds that are like penguins.
The birds, yes.
Yeah.
They have the big beaks. So let me get this straight before you go any further. Does she get a piece of paper or canvas and actually paint the birds, or does she actually physically paint the birds?
So she somehow they make some kind of I guess it sounds like a little figure of them, right? Like,
okay.
So these get sold in a shop after. So it'd be like, say, for instance, you had a duck or something like that, and you had a wood, like, say they're wooden, right? I don't know what they're made out of actually, but she doesn't do any of the carving or molding or whatever. But so she gets them, they're blank. There's like a blank canvas, and then I guess she paints them or whatever, but makes a living doing it. So apparently, like a lot of people have these side hustle jobs and stuff like that, but it's kind of a main job. But
yep.
Yeah. So it's interesting how you can make money, and a lot of people, speaking of that, we met this guy yesterday, I think it was, but on a marketplace deal. So I had to go out to Scarborough, and he was telling me how, like, there's a craze for this thing called mid-century modern, which Kathy's very crazed about, but it's like I don't know, she could probably explain it, like a 50s to 70s kind of era, and sometimes earlier than that. It's like furniture that's not antique. It's like,
I was going to say, what is it? Furniture, you're saying? So
yeah, it's that 70s.
It's
kind of
new
retro,
new furniture with the old look.
Yeah,
type thing.
Like grandma's house.
The Jets,
like the greens and the fucking yellows, and
the green and orange shag carpets and stuff. Yeah,
and a lot of the furniture is like a kind of a light stain, but to me, it's bringing back, cheaper. Well, back then it would have been cheap furniture, right? That would have been mass produced in a lot of cases. It's not all like that. Some of it's actually handmade and done really well. But I've met now a total of 3 different people or couples that have made a ton of money during COVID to support themselves. So the other night I was like, this guy, like we were talking about, he goes, that's all I do is buy and sell mid-century modern. And it got like, his girlfriend lost her job, blah, blah, blah. And it pays the rent and all their expenses. So there's a lot of that going on. A lot of people reinventing how to make money. And then I got a buddy who's all about passive income. He only does things that he doesn't have to do a whole lot of work. And you see that all the time on TikTok, and hey, here's a side hustle that'll make you $1,000 a day or something.
3 digits a day.
Yeah, a lot of it's bullshit. They'll make $1,000 off.
Most of it is, but Well, what's happened is a lot of people have become a bit more resourceful, but they're the kind of people that don't sit and watch TV all day, like sit around all day, like, because COVID came, blah blah blah. They're actually go getters. They're people that like to do stuff with their hands, and
Yep.
they've gone out and found something. Like there's a guy that we know, he's an older guy, and he's gotten into making birdhouses and all that kind of stuff. He never did it before, but he's doing it now, and his stuff's kind of cool. So
yeah, life's
what the hell, right?
Like it's kind of amazing what has either made a comeback, like say the mid-century modern stuff, right? I mean, it's like I would have never thought that old record player cabinet would be worth something today, but a few years ago, not that long ago, say 5 years ago, it was worth nothing. People chucked them to the dump, or
I know people just threw it all out, right?
Right, but now if you've got Granny's old stereo or your parents' old stereo, and it's a big cabinet thing, like now it's not even, it's crazy, especially if it was teak or something like that. That sucker's worth a couple of $1,000, right?
Well, and what I've seen people do now too, it's funny you speak of those cabinets. I've seen it online, and I've actually seen a few places where people did things with those cabinets. They take the TV out, like the screen, because the TV's pretty much toast, so they take the guts out of it, but you have that big giant wooden teak console with feet on it, and people have put fish tanks in it. People have put like Christmas scenes, with the little train and the trees and the village inside it. People are starting to do that kind of stuff, and I think that's cool.
Put another fucking TV inside of it too.
That's what the other guy did. Is he actually took a flat screen. It didn't really work that nicely because most flat screens are widescreen, so it cut the sides off. But he just adjusted the screen size, and it actually looks pretty good.
You can make
Hi, George.
Evening, boys. Sorry,
you made it, George.
I made it. Yeah, 10 minutes late or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, we heard you got a flat tire on your wheelchair.
No, well, not really, but I was just running late because I nipped over to Oshawa.
Okay, George. Now, I laughed at this, but Heiko said you don't drive.
Yeah, I drive.
See?
I didn't say that. Ringo said that.
I've been driving. I wish I didn't.
No. I said, I always had this image of George.
I wish I had a driver.
No. I said, I always had this image of George riding a bike, like one of those big bikes you'd find in Europe, like the old school ones, right? With a trailer hitch, with a trailer hitch on the back for a refitted hot dog vending machine. That was a whole massive DJ kind of load out. That would be awesome, though. I'm not gonna lie. There's George. He's wheeling his way over.
That's right. It could be.
So George, I had this buddy who used to own a restaurant up on Taunton, I guess, down by T. Williams area. But anyway. Yeah, Ritson and
no, it will. Yeah.
But he had
Derek, stop petting the pussy. You're distracting everybody.
He had that kind of setup, but he had this massive
right, it'll love you forever.
He had this massive trailer that was designed, like I'm talking a walk-in, and it looked on the outside. It looked like a ghetto blaster. Can I say ghetto? Yeah, I can. Heiko said I can. So,
but you can absolutely.
Ghetto blaster. So what he would do is he would pull it up to events, and it was all set up already, right? So he had his speakers, like there were these big fake speakers, but he had everything inside. And it was so friggin' cool. And he had it up for sale. And I think he wanted like batshit crazy money for it. And I don't know whatever happened to it. But yeah, he made his living doing that plus running a restaurant.
Yeah,
but,
nice. Yeah, I had I've not seen him for a while. I guess it's called Dave Krause, and he had what was it called? Something jukebox, something. But he had a trailer, and when he opened it all up, it was a giant jukebox. And
you know what? That's the guy. His name was Dave. I couldn't remember his last name.
Dave Krause. Is it Dave Krause?
Yeah, I can't remember his last name. I know it's Dave though.
Dave Krause. Yeah, he had the all-day breakfast up on Taunton.
Yes,
That's
and he
the guy.
sold
There you
that.
go.
Now it's Sherry's Diner.
Yeah.
And I know Sherry too. She's pretty awesome. They got a nice diner, and she's kind of refitted the whole diner. It's like amazing now. But Dave owned it, and then I forget how. Well, I used to have breakfast a lot there when Dave owned it, and then he sold it to Sherry. But and Dave
he went into the bacon. He got a bacon store after that.
Bacon store.
Baking.
Did you say baking or bacon?
Baking. Yeah.
He's got a knack for cooking for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Nice guy.
But
yeah.
Hey, Keisha. Cheers.
All right, Keisha. Nice to have you on. Cheers back.
Cheers.
Yeah.
So
cheers.
But
you see my mug there, George?
Oh, very nice. I didn't fart. My arse blew me a kiss.
So small
add a bit of decorum to that.
I think Keisha got me that
shitty kiss. Hey, speaking of shitty kisses, let me tell you something here. Okay, so
oh no,
you want to know? Here's some facts about men. Okay.
Yes.
So men can actually
let's do this upright.
Oh, we do this upright.
Yeah, here we
How
go.
are we doing it upright?
Well, you know what we have to get to though. Soon after that, we'll get to the backside.
Yeah. Well, no, you see,
I'm going to win this week.
I was going to segue this into the backside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's just kind of forget that happened, and you can go to it.
We'll hit a race.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Whoa.
Hey.
That was the cat. That was the kitty.
That was the kitty. So, anyways, men can make milk, eh? We have mammary glands. We just don't make enough milk to feed a baby. So there's your fun fact.
Okay.
So, anyways, yeah.
I'm
you can't
intrigued.
Yeah.
Damn.
So you're intrigued. So, seeing that we just talked about the man's front, maybe George could talk about his backside.
Yeah.
Oh, how was that segment?
Wow.
Come on.
Wow. Nicely
days on that. You spent days on that, didn't you?
We can edit this. We can do whatever we want.
So what? Well, okay. So what's the punchline though on men producing milk?
Nothing. They just can.
That's just a fact.
There's no punchline. This is just a fact.
So how do you get? Like,
just
how
milking
does
the
one
facts.
get to the milk?
How do you get?
See, Derek, you should have never told Ringo this because tonight when the
was
show's
good.
over, he's gonna lay in bed and he's gonna try and figure it out.
I'm not going.
Wait a second.
Going.
Men's lactation is usually caused by an interference with prolactin, the hormone necessary to produce milk. The most common trigger is a tumor in the pulmonary gland, but
perfect.
But can also spurred by heart medication, detoxin, opioids, or hormone treatment for prostate cancer.
Holy smokes.
And that's a Goldberg and Liner and what? Oh, why do men have nipples?
So you're saying that my nipples can produce milk. So if I'm
you want to know something? Maybe we have evoluted from being like asexual or something where we can or not. What is it? I'm not asexual. Asexual is when you do it yourself. Well,
No,
maybe
but
it is. But you got to get
but
yourself
at some
pregnant.
point, and at some point early in the womb, we like right at the beginning, it's not decided whether we're male or female yet, right? So even like
the male sperm decides whether it's female or male.
Yeah, but in the first little while, I think
whoever wins, it's hey, look at me, I'm X or Y.
I don't know, like people more educated could talk about we have both parts until we get to a phase, I suppose, right? Like I don't know. I don't really.
So, boys, is Murph correct? He's asking. He says,
"I'm bumfuzzled." By
Derek,
no.
Derek looks hammered.
Oh, This is my sober face. I've been sober for 15 years now, but I smoke a hell of a lot of pot, Murph.
Yeah.
So Kathy's saying it's evolution that guys can produce milk. Well, I'm going to test that theory, boys.
Oof.
Yeah. All right. Milk
I'll
yourself.
see that now.
I have no idea what to do.
He just wants a reason to put suction on his nipples. There you go. That's a penis pump, not a nipple pump.
I think we're going off.
There you go, folks. We've done it again. Instead of going to the backside, we're right back in the toilet.
That's right.
Well,
Hey,
it's not turned into a shit show yet. So Jordan, over to you.
Hey, I hadn't even scored yet.
Right.
Oh, I kept it clean at least, Ringo.
Yes, you did.
Okay. This is what.
All right, George.
This is all you get, right? This is it. This is your lot. So it's going to be all about the questions.
Make it hard this week.
I hope so.
AC/DC Back in Black.
Oh my God, it's the Black Album.
So that's not the Metallica Black Album.
No,
it's the Monolith.
Hang on, give me a second here. Let's see. Oh, wrong mouse. Hang on.
George, you got to have those buttons ready.
That's for AC/DC.
Blood Rock Sausage.
And this is for Metallica.
AC/DC, I just said it in the blue.
And this is for Blood Rock Sausage. Actually, if you look, I think the Metallica Black Album's got the.
It's got the logo of the snake. Don't tread on me.
I've got the CD here. So there you go. You'd have the titles of the songs.
Yeah, you do actually. But the front, we're looking at the back.
Yeah, that's the front.
So, is there something on the front, George?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So there's something on the front.
Mm-hmm.
Black on the. Is it white on the front?
It's one of those.
No. It was. Did you see it? It was like a square with kind of
the
white.
name of the band in it. The name of the band is actually in it.
Yeah.
There's no point in holding this up, really.
Okay, no, because I know sometimes albums once you open them, right?
Yeah.
Is that like does that album open?
No, single sleeve.
Oh, it's a single sleeve. Okay, so okay. Is this like a fancy like aftermarket? Or not aftermarket, but something that the normal public wouldn't get.
This is a UK release.
Okay.
Band or solo?
Well,
it's a band.
Where are they from?
The UK.
The UK. The UK.
Mm-hmm. UK, he said.
A band from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
What era?
They started off early 80s. Very early 80s.
And are they still together today?
I think up till recently they're still touring, yeah. Certainly before COVID. I'm not sure, like in the last couple of years.
Okay, so guys, that's a pretty big band. They've been out for 40 years.
Mm-hmm. Duran.
Roughly.
Duran.
It is a band.
Led Zeppelin.
Mm-hmm.
It's a band, Sandra.
Early 80s, Ringo. Early 80s.
Early 80s. Okay.
Sorry, I just have to update you. The cat jumped off. The dog left. I made it.
And the cow
I
jumped
won this fight, guys.
And the cow jumped
so
over the moon.
There'll be no blood coming out of Derek's legs tonight.
We got a couple of guesses over here.
All right, let's see. It's a band, Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra, it's a band. Yeah.
Oh, we got
no guesses. No guesses.
Wow.
Kathy's throwing up Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode. From around that time, they got they all started.
Okay, so
even Duran Duran, they're not far from where Duran Duran are from, actually. I think.
Oh, I know what it is.
Sandra's saying U2, but.
Pardon?
Sandra's saying U2.
U2. No, they're Irish.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you know what that looks like to me?
So are you saying like around Duran?
But they're kind of from that area in the UK, so you have to know your Duran background might help. And
are they a rival?
No, I won't throw you off the trail. I was going to say something about Sandra's guess, but it's okay.
You know what it is? It's the Dark Side of the Moon album, and the pyramid fell off.
Oh, Kathy also said ELO. been a while.
ELO. No, they started in the
It's in
70s, I think.
Yeah.
But she's not, he's from that area. Well, ELO, Jeff Lynn is from around that area as well, I think.
Jeff Lynn. Oh, wait a second here.
It's a hotbed.
Come on, Ringo. You got it, Ringo. Come on.
Didn't the Beatles do something with a black album?
It was a white album.
Oh, okay. That was the 80s.
Actually, Prince did a black album. It could have been Prince, but it's not Prince.
UB40?
Eh?
UB40?
Is someone's guess?
That's Kathy's guess.
That's Kathy's guess.
Yeah.
Why are these guesses not coming up on the screen?
UB40.
Oh, look at that.
What's that called?
Holy crap.
Mirror
what is that?
image.
You can't see the 40, but it's in there.
Hologram.
Hologram, that's it.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, Kathy,
Actually,
that's...
well done, Kathy. I think she got it on the... Well, they're from Birmingham. Which is in the Midlands of the UK. Actually, I stole that album from a radio studio that I worked at. Kind of borrowed it. Yeah, I forgot to take it back. Yeah.
Oh, that's like the old library books, eh?
Yeah.
You probably owe a ton of money on that.
Yeah. No, that was 1983, I think. Or no, I wasn't there. Yeah, it might have been 83, 84 that I stole it. Yeah.
So look at this.
I just forgot to take it back.
We have to drink again because we had to celebrate Kathy's birthday, and now we have to celebrate.
Oh, right. Happy birthday, Kathy.
Like, holy crap!
Oh,
nice job, girl.
Knocking it out of the park tonight, Kathy. Happy birthday! Winning the contest.
Winner of the contest.
Yeah. Winner of the contest.
Well done, Kathy.
You are the champion, my friend. You
One
got
band.
a drummer singing to you, and it sucks again.
I'll lose again.
The drummers are supposed to have a stick in each hand, not a microphone.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I want to try something new. Something new.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to throw out 2 words, and I need anyone out there to come up with a sentence that includes the 2 words. And then I'll let you know the meaning of the words, whether it makes sense or not. If it does, it's a bonus. So we'll play a little game with that, and we'll.
So these are actual words, though, right? They're real words.
Yeah, they're words.
Okay.
So the first person to construct 3 sentences successfully using the
3
2 words.
sentences.
Wow.
No,
Holy
1 sentence with 3 words.
Yeah, but we want to. You need 3 points.
Okay.
So the first one with 3 points will be the winner.
Okay.
And if you all come up with, we'll have shootouts. Okay. So here's 2 words to build into a sentence. Okay. So bum fuzzle.
Bum fuzzle.
Bum fuzzle. Yeah. Okay.
And I don't want anybody. We will talk about the meaning later or whatever. But some of you may know it. Bum fuzzle. BUMFUZZLE.
Okay.
Yep.
And the other word is ERF. 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 So create.
You're not truly Canadian. Because you said ZZ. Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything.
No, it's because I spent a lot of time in the US, right?
ZZ.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, honestly, I wanted to blend in with the Americans.
Yeah.
Good job, boy. Yeah. So, no, I don't have a gun.
Just spin your hat around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so bum fuzzle and ERF.
Yeah. So
put a sentence together, folks, with those 2 words.
Like George's backside. We
fuzzle.
Bum.
So you have to do this into one sentence.
Into one sentence.
Okay.
So let's see those sentences happening here.
2 words in one sentence. That's not that bad.
Cliffy.
So this is for
Come on.
people at
Keisha.
That's not for
Come on,
us.
Keisha. Come on, you guys can do this. All right. Well, we'll have to keep talking because they're trying to come up with a sentence and they have to send it to us. So. Yeah.
So see what you got. Okay, so to sort of chum the waters, maybe George can come up with the first suggestion.
Wow, you putting this all on George?
Well, why me?
I don't see anybody jumping at it.
It's because you came in late today. You're being punished.
I sit at the back of the class. I don't get picked on. Come on.
What do you mean nobody's jumping at it?
But you're on the middle part of the screen, so you're in heckler's row. So I think Sandra and Kathy and Keisha and Murph are probably.
I wouldn't fucking type anything.
What?
I wouldn't type anything.
Why?
That's too much work.
What's an ERF?
What's an ERF?
Let's see.
It's a butt flingo. What's it again?
Wow.
What?
Okay, I've got a sentence.
All right.
Okay,
George,
what have you got?
Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Go
Yes. Give it to us, George.
So Harry, who's a Cockney by the way, said to his other Cockney friend, "Do you think the Earth is flat, or is it a load of bumfuzzle?"
Nice.
Great. I love it.
Nice.
I don't get half a point.
A little more than a sentence, but it's a whole narrative. Okay. Do you think the Earth is flat?
Yeah.
Or is it just a bunch of bumfuzzle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Good job, George.
Okay, wait. The comments are coming.
But let's hear
Keisha's
from someone else.
Puzzled by the word Earth.
Okay, now Keisha, I have to say something about that.
She's not wrong. It makes sense. And okay, so let's.
Wow,
What?
He's getting rid of everybody. Why is he deleting everybody?
What'd he do? Oh my God! He just poof.
He's knocking people off, leaving us
Then
all.
there was 2, me and you.
Oh, hey, big friend. Hey, you want to be my buddy?
I think that word got to everybody. Bumfuzzled. Just poof.
Bumfuzzled. Yeah, that's it. They said bumfuzzled. You say that 3 times in a row and you disappear. Fuck. Bumfuzzle.
Not sure what happened there.
Okay, so let's look at
Keisha did it. It was Keisha's fault. She did
I
it.
think it was actually. She kicked us out. Okay, so let's look at George basically saying, is the Earth flat or is this just a bunch of bumfuzzle?
Yeah,
so
that's Harry the Cockney that
Earth
said
means is a plot of land. Okay, and bumfuzzle means that you're confused or perplexed.
Okay,
So
where does? Sorry, do you know where the
So
word
not that
Earth
far off,
comes
then.
from?
What?
No, you're not.
Where the word Earth comes from?
No, I don't have that much information, but
Yo, what fuck?
sorry, bud. I only go one layer deep on this stuff. So
It comes from underneath your feet.
George is basically saying, is the plot of land flat, or is this nothing but a bumfuzzle, which would be confusion?
Bunch of confusion, yeah.
A bunch of confusion. So it makes sense. It makes sense.
Actually, I wasn't that far off then.
So George, I got to give you a point for that because it makes sense. And really, that's how you get your point. It's got to make sense at the end of the day.
It's some sort
And
of sense.
Keisha's saying I'm bumfuzzled, but perplexed by the word Earth, which is accurate, right? Like what is Earth?
That's good.
But, hey,
great.
she could have a
Keisha
plot
gets
of
a
land
point.
with like crocodiles on it.
So Heiko, you're gonna kind of record the points. So Keisha gets a point, and DJ George gets a point.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Do a couple more. This is fun. I'm excited. It beats talking about shit. Right?
Yeah.
Just brought it up again. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so the next words are going to be fartlek, Fartlec,
Yeah.
and
Fartlek?
sozzle.
Hey, how's this fair if you're only getting one or two answers here, eh?
Well, more of our
like
fans have to try and guess.
Anymore. No, well, if you guys want to produce one, that's great. I just wanted to chum the waters and get it moving. So that's why I picked
the
up
waters.
Chum.
Because George is the most intelligent person on this show, right? I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Oh well, then why don't we call why don't you put George up here, and then we'll put Ask George. There you go.
That's a great.
There you go.
No pressure. Come on.
Yeah, that could be a new part of the show. The section will be called Ask George.
Okay.
So people can just fire questions to George, and he has to come up with whatever that answer is.
We have to ask George the questions.
All right.
People are firing out questions. That's the whole thing.
So here's the next one, and feel free to participate and put on your thinking caps.
All right.
Are we not doing fartlek and sozzle?
Yes, we are. We're doing fartlek. So Fartlek and sozzle.
Fartlek.
Sozzled.
I've heard the word sozzle before. I think I know what that is, but fartlek, I don't.
I've seen you sozzled many times, Heiko.
Exactly.
Really?
All right.
On the show?
Yeah, oh yeah. And off. No, mostly.
Yep.
Okay, so anybody got any ideas?
I have. Yes, sir.
Sandra?
Oh.
We'll give someone else a chance, everyone else, before I...
Well, it's okay, George. Like, you got a point. You're playing. Keisha's playing. We need some answers from some other folks too.
Yeah.
Come on, listeners. Like, fire it in here, man.
Yeah.
Give us what you think. Give us a sentence.
So Keisha's saying I can only fartlek if I'm sozzled. I
don't know if that's possible, is it?
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I feel it from here.
I'll tell you now. I actually know what fartlek means.
Okay. So
it's a sweet Finnish word. Yes. There you go. I'll tell you why I know that.
Okay. So do you have a sentence, George?
Yeah.
Sentence, George.
Yeah. So during their training for the marathon, one of the runners said, "Do you want to go and do a fartlek, or should we go to the pub and get sozzled instead?"
Oh my gosh! See, this comes from your homeland. That's why.
Nice. Nice job, George.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on, because fartlet means an activity runners do when they change between sprinting and jogging.
Yeah, that's right.
And then sozzled is when someone is drunk. You can describe them as sozzled, which is Keisha's
George, do you know that from running, or do you know?
Yeah, because that's what a fartlek is. It's some guy in Sweden invented it, where wherever you're running, say there's telephone posts or hydro posts, you'll go, okay, I'm going to run like 6 hydro posts, and on the 6th one, I'm going to like sprint, and then for 3, and then for the next 6, I'm going to run, and then the next 3, you just find landmarks and you go faster, slow.
They're like milestones.
Is that how you actually get away from your fart? Like, you release the pressure, you sprint,
probably,
you stop.
Probably.
Yeah,
build
absolutely.
Up again, run away.
I think it's a Finnish word. I don't know what it
it doesn't say.
Yeah, you would be finished by the last time you sprinted away, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have to give George a point for that, and Keisha gets half a point.
Okay.
No, Keisha gets a full point because
does she?
She can only she can only run, like, even the sprint to whatever. She can't do it unless she's drunk. She's saying.
Yes, very, very good, very good, very good.
So
I haven't seen the comments come up, so I'm just going by what you guys say.
I would have thought Kathy would be all over that one, but obviously not.
Yeah.
And Sandra, are you still here?
Come on, Murph. Come on, Murph. You could do this.
Yeah.
Give us what you think.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think you need another drink.
let's do
another drink.
let's do one more, and then we can. Oh. Oh yeah. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do 2 words. Will be.
Holy shit!
Let's do this. Whippersnapper.
Whippersnapper.
Yeah.
Whippersnapper and titter, like instead of Twitter, titter. Titter.
Wow, 3 T's in one word. Holy shit, though.
Yeah.
Whippersnapper and titter.
She was so horny, she wanted me to get the whippersnapper and smack her titters.
Oh my god.
Wow.
There's some drunk.
Wow.
There's some sozzle talk there.
There you go.
Oh my god. You had to bring it.
Nicely done, Derek.
Sandra is still with us. Awesome.
Come on, Sandra. Give us a sentence.
Yep. Whippersnapper.
Come on, Keisha. You can do this.
Titter.
And titter.
Titter. Titter. Sorry.
Oh, well, that makes a difference. I thought it was IER.
No.
Titter.
ER.
Okay, so Keisha's saying, "You make me titter, young whippersnapper." That sounds like the next Drake song. Yo, you make me titter, whippersnapper. Well, you know what? She'll get a point for that.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I got chased by a whippersnapper and almost had a titter in my shorts.
So, does anyone else have a?
Come on.
Come on, George. Let's hear you titter.
Mine is he was using his whippersnapper and talking to his wife at the same time when he launched a small stone that titter.
That
titter. That titter.
Yeah, it titter real hard.
So here's how we fare out on that.
In the head.
Right out of the ballpark.
Keisha gets a point. George probably does not.
Oh,
He gets half a point. Creativity.
Yeah, it was creative.
So what whippersnapper means is a youngster, an older person calling a younger person a young whippersnapper.
Yeah.
And then
anything you trim
titter.
That's a whippersnapper.
Titter means giggle or laugh.
Yeah.
When you want to
look at that. You make me laugh, you young
whippersnapper.
A titter is
make me laugh, young whippersnapper. Which is
yeah.
I must
I laugh. I'm titting.
I said,
and then Derek didn't qualify because it was just simply his overt pornographic world.
Wow.
Well, she was into a little kinky shit.
So?
Anyway, give us some feedback to see if you like. Do you want to do one more, or should we move on?
Keisha got 3 points, man. She's the winner.
She is the winner. So technically,
well done, Keisha.
All right, Keisha.
Keisha is the winner.
Okay, let's leave it at that, and we can try it maybe next week again if everybody's into it. Kind of cool. And Derek, your little segment was pretty cool. So, I mean, it's about having, we want to have fun, and I know we get into these.
Yes.
Kind of like we never really plan unless we have a guest on. It's a bunch of people.
Yeah, we just whatever, right?
Interacting, so that's fun in itself. But sometimes we get on these things that aren't as fun for everybody. So,
Siri.
Yes.
Was that fun?
Hey Siri.
I'm painting by numbers. The square root of -1 really pops.
What was that?
Whoa.
Here, I'll do it. Hey, Google, was that fun? Oh.
I think Google just short-circuited.
No, Google's way at the other side. I forgot I moved her. Or him.
Ah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Mine's a her. I don't know. It's the way I've got it
Is
set
it?
up, right? Yeah.
Too bad you can't change the voices in those things. Make
Oh,
them the
man.
voice that you want.
Oh,
Yes,
Keisha likes it.
Hey, old man. We haven't seen you on for a while.
I know. He's the quiet type. He likes to sit back and just listen.
Well, Murph is on. Those are, coming in from YouTube. So
Nice. And see, and this is what we're going to do.
I'm not experienced with George's backside.
That's okay.
And it'll be fun.
Well, and the thing is, you're right, because a lot of George's backside is 70s, 80s.
Well, it has to be, right, for vinyl. Yeah.
Yep.
Coolio.
But yeah, it's cool. Nice to have you on there, Olaf. Nice to see you're listening.
Yeah. That's great.
Everybody's sitting around having a drink tonight and doing the Heikadelic show. It's like, holy crap.
Okay, so let's, I don't know if you guys watched the Golden Globe Awards.
No.
No.
And
it sounds old.
It was a pretty sad week too about the Lisa Marie Presley and Jeff Beck.
Jeff Beck, yeah.
Yeah, Jeff Beck. I saw that. Yeah. I'm crying now.
Randy Bachman, yeah.
Yeah, Randy Bachman.
What? Who?
Oh,
sorry?
he's got really Bachman
Randy
too.
Bachman.
The drummer.
Whoa!
Shit.
No, really? Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh,
Same
about
day
3
as
days
Bachman.
ago.
Lisa Marie kind of overshadowed him. He died earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh? By death.
I didn't know that.
He stopped breathing.
Guys, I have his cell phone number.
Usually that's a problem.
Call him and set him up on the show.
Yeah, well, you did. Too late now.
Well, you waited too long, mister.
That's right.
Randy Bachman.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know.
You waited too long.
That's horrible. Yeah. Oh, he's got his own podcast too, doesn't he?
He's on the CBC, isn't it? Vinyl Tap, it's called, I think.
Spinal Tap?
No, Vinyl Tap.
Oh,
yeah.
Vinyl Tap.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, that's
on the CBC. Is it on the CBC?
And tomorrow I'm actually going to CFB Kingston tomorrow to pick up 2 unmarked crates. I can't ask questions. No, it's just some surplus stuff. I'm going for a ride with my buddy. But
you taking the truck?
Yeah. We're taking his truck, but he is a bona fide Randy Bachman super fan. So if he doesn't know it already, he's gonna.
Oh my God, he's got to know.
Well, they more released it the day after because, as I said again, she got Robbie, not Randy. Robbie Bachman.
Wow.
Okay,
that's crazy.
Is the brother, the drummer for Bachman Turner Overdrive.
The drummer.
So Robbie died. The drummer.
Robbie, the drummer.
Not Randy. Thank goodness.
No, Robbie.
So I do have Randy's cell.
Well, fuck. Don't call him right now. It's probably not a good time.
No, I'm not going to. At some point, love to get him on the show, right? He was on...
Absolutely.
I've got his book here. I read his book. I've got it here.
Yeah. No, that would be amazing. Oh, okay. Well, glad we got clarification on that, Sandra.
Wow.
Thank you. Because I would have just freaked my buddy out totally tomorrow. I'm sure it would have been a sad ride. That's what
you would have had to kick them out on the highway because.
Jeez, I'm having palpitations here or something. I not even kidding. This is stupid. No, you know what? It was a tough week. But where I was going with the Golden Globes, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tell us because we're not into that. but you tell us what's going on there.
Hey, do you want to know another stupid fact? Sorry, I can't stop reading these for some reason.
Hang on, how can we keep interrupting Ringo when he's trying to tell us about the gold?
It's okay. We'll move on.
Oh, I didn't even realize I did that. I'm sorry. Sorry, Ringo.
No, it's okay.
Go to the back of the class, Derek. Don't sit behind your drum kit.
How
people with serious ADHD tend to do that, right? They'll just kind of
there we go.
Blurt shit out. So how fast do you think ejaculation is?
Like in miles per hour?
Yeah, miles per hour. What do you think? Just take a guess.
Yeah, but
miles per hour?
Miles per hour. What do you think?
That all depends.
There's a difference with age. Okay.
Got to go, or if you hold it back and try and build up pressure.
Dude, who cares? What? Whatever. Pick whatever you want. When you're 18 years old,
okay,
on mom and dad's you're gone away and you have the bathroom to yourself.
Okay, here it is.
Hold it as long as you want.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want.
Okay. So a young splooge is probably about 400 to 600 miles an hour.
All right. So you got 400 to 600. Heiko, what do you think?
I was going to say like 75 miles an hour.
75 miles an hour. Okay.
Maybe yours.
Well,
I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go with 60.
60. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. So all you guys, I just want you to know, do you know what 100 PSI feels like?
No.
Yes. 100 PSI is a lot.
Where? Right. So when I hold back a fart,
so your penis probably wouldn't hold 100 PSI. I'm thinking myself.
No. Well, I don't think skin would not hold that because 100 PSI will pierce your skin.
Okay, what's the mileage?
27.
27.
There you go.
That's like the fastest recorded ejaculation is 27.79 miles an hour.
Oh shit.
Well, okay, so hang on. How did they figure this out?
You're trying to like make her fucking come out of her nose or something.
Well, he was. Ringo's thinking Superman because
when
he does that, it kills her, right?
When I was younger, I could put bullet holes in a wall, right?
But imagine, you stick it to the roof. 8 feet high.
Fun fact. They don't call it spackling for nothing, right? Like it's either the ceiling or a sheep. Back home on the farm.
Wow.
We're men.
So Ringo, what are you saying about the Golden Globes?
Yeah, well, I forget.
Okay.
What the hell is the Golden Globes? Is that for television or?
It's movies, I think. Movies. Yeah.
Is it movies? Yeah. Right.
I apologize for that comment because back up north, I wouldn't want to suggest that.
I watched a movie this past week called The Menu. I think weird movie, very weird.
The Menu.
Like weird movies. Yeah.
I haven't even heard of that one.
Yeah, it was in the theaters. I think just before Christmas. I think it's
really
around.
The Menu.
I certainly saw the ads for it. So yeah, I watched that.
Do you guys
Has it got to do with cooking at all?
Completely, yeah. The whole thing is about a menu. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's very gruesome, though. It's very gruesome.
No, I bet. Like, you remember Alfred Hitchcock and what the heck was it now?
The Birds?
No, you know where he would do that? They had those little, what are they called, vignettes or whatever. You'd watch like 2 or 3 of them in a.
Oh, on the TV.
Yeah. His show, the Alfred Hitchcock show.
So they had one was pretty awesome. All I remember out of it was there was a restaurant people would go to, like literally line up to go into, and like the filming back then, a lot of it was black and white, and they had like this fog around the restaurant, right? But anyway, so people would go in. And they sit down, they were like raving over this dish. And all I remember it was called lamb almastrom. And I bet you if you look it up, it has something, relevant there in the meaning. But what it turned out to be, the gruesome part of it was they were actually cooking and feeding humans to humans, right? And
Nice.
so it was really bad.
Cannibalism.
Totally.
Yeah.
But it sticks out. It's amazing what like you see way back and what sticks with you for years and years, right? But I remember that. Do you remember the monkey's paw?
Monkey's paw.
Yeah, the story about the
No.
monkey's paw. No.
No.
Can't remember.
Yeah, that was pretty dark too. That was about the nutshell on that is really like there was this monkey's paw that you had 3 wishes, and one was.
I'm still here. I'm just going to put some wood on the fire. So
I think
I'm
first
talking...
one was. Yep, I think the first one was actually coming into some money. That was the one wish, and then I think the second wish. So what ended up happening? There was an inheritance or some kind of insurance. That's where it was an insurance because the person's son, I think, had been killed. So they got money through the insurance. And then they realized that, oh shit, they lost their son. So they wished him back. And then they heard this clawing and scraping and banging at the front door.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
They realized that,
really?
If he comes back, he's come back from the grave, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the third wish was to make him go away again, right? So it's one of those things that things aren't what they appear. But yeah, I used to love watching stuff.
That's called the monkey's paw.
That's what I said. The monkey's
paw. That is the name of the movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Oh, it was a question.
Oh, okay.
But
a businessman desperate for change in his fortune tests the power of the gypsy woman's monkey paw charm, which is said to grant the holder 3 wishes. His son suffers the consequences.
Ooh.
Wow. See, it's funny, businessman. I just remembered it was a saying. So you can guess who said this. You probably won't guess it. When the rich rob from the poor, it's called business. When the poor fight back, it's called violence.
Yeah.
Who said that?
I don't know.
Robin Hood.
Find out.
That would be Siri, Mark Twain.
Who said?
Mark Twain. Yeah, I read that somewhere recently. Yeah.
All right, if you know
pretty cool.
Then we will check.
Okay, let's see if Siri can answer that.
Okay. Oh, hey Siri. Oh, what is it again?
When the rich rob from the poor, it's called business. When the poor fight back, it's called violence.
Hey Siri.
Mark Twain.
Who said when the rich fight the poor, it's called... Hey Siri. Who said when the rich fight the...
Rob the poor.
Hey Siri.
When the rich...
Who said when the rich fight the poor, it's business, and when the poor fight the rich, it's war?
Wow.
That's creative.
Are we playing a Ringo? We're playing a telephone game. Remember, you whisper something in someone's ear and it goes around the circle and it gets all fucked up? Yeah.
We could try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an argument turns into a knife fight by the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey Siri, tell us a joke.
No.
It's just how I roll.
No.
Hey Siri, what are you wearing?
Hey Siri, what are you wearing?
No, I don't have a body.
Oh.
Wow, not bad.
Usually she'll say something like, I'm silicon based and I have whatever, a black outer casing or something crazy.
Siri, is Ringo handsome? Oh, hey Siri. Is Ringo handsome?
She's confused.
You broke.
Ask her who the voice of an angel is.
Who is the voice of an angel?
Here's some information.
Oh, let's see what she said. The Voice of an Angel is the debut studio album by 12-year-old soprano Charlotte Church.
Charlotte Church.
In 1998.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
An album. Okay. Who is the true voice of an angel? See, you've got to be accurate when you ask.
Hey, Siri.
Yeah.
Who is the true voice of an angel?
Here's what I found.
If it says Johnny Ringo,
No.
I'm gonna shit myself.
No, it doesn't.
It would if you refer to Facebook. I actually started a Facebook page called Voice of an Angel. And I was thinking, when that came up, I was thinking, oh, maybe I can. It was during COVID and nobody was doing anything. And I thought, well, maybe I can give vocal lessons or something like that, right?
Yeah, what the hell, eh?
You know what? It's funny because I'm not getting any younger, but it still bothers me when I hear singers that their voices crack or they're not, which, you know, what happens, right? But when singers are not completely in the pocket, they're just either a little bit sharp or a little bit flat because they don't hear it themselves, right?
Right.
And they don't have a trained ear. To me, it's like when you're navigating through a song and singing a song, it's like when you do stuff like that, a really well-trained singer that's comfortable with their vocals will adjust for that, right?
Right.
But now I'm finding that, honestly, there's I've been rehearsing a lot more, but my range is still pretty good, but it's some stuff is like not working out so well, right? I'm getting old.
Well, that's the thing that a lot of singers don't realize either until it all of a sudden happens. I was talking to a buddy like that, and he's like, "I sang forever," and he goes, "All of a sudden, one year, I can't do it anymore."
No. I've noticed that. I can say with confidence that as I got more experience with singing, because one time I was told I can't sing at all, but the more experience I got with it, I wouldn't allow my voice to ever crack or get out of the pocket, so to speak, right? And it was just something I was very almost OCD about. And but yeah, now it's like, it's, to me nowadays, it's all about the energy that you have, right? So if you haven't slept well or whatever, you can easily, get off track singing or even wreck your voice early, right? So now,
or lift up the spare tire, blow a nut, like it's easy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can blow a nut and sing, but no, but even that,
oh man,
longer and arduous, honestly. So, yeah. So 27.
Things change all the time, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt. But so 27 miles an hour. See, I'm thinking back when I was young.
Wow, you went back to that?
Yeah, because I'm bumfuzzled by the whole thing, actually. Because I would have thought I would have been 600 miles an hour or something.
No, see, and that's so weird because I was gonna say 25, and when you said 400, I'm going, oh fuck, why am I so low?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go up a little bit.
400 to 600 miles an hour, because I'm thinking, how many times did I hear a ping off the wall, wherever it happened to be, anyway, I won't get into gory details, but
all that was, Ringo, just to let you know, I know you're doing it in the evening when you heard that ding, 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 ding. It wasn't that, it was the fly bouncing off the fucking window. Ding, 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 right?
Okay.
Yeah, because
that, but now it's more like Mount St. Helens kind of thing, right? Like,
you know what?
wait,
You know
no,
what?
that's not fair.
I'll tell you something. You know what? I wish I'd watched the Golden Globes now. At this point in time.
Really?
Yeah,
Maybe next
I
year.
was just kind of curious, as you would have had to watch it to really sort of appreciate it. But
I got fed up with all those award shows. They got just too much, you know. I used to enjoy them back in the day.
I didn't, you know, I really had mixed sort of feelings about it because and I don't know the details behind it, but I guess the award show was canceled last year.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't televised or something. Wasn't some? Yeah, something didn't happen.
Well, the monologue for this year's was not. It was comedian but I don't know. Anyway.
So did they have like a best picture? You know. Best movie.
Yeah, they had a lot of that. There was some pretty good.
The best one ever was when that guy called out all the pedophiles and everything. Huh? He was calling out the one where I forget the comedian's name, but he hosted and he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, like when you have to go in the back room with fucking Harvey Weinstein and stuff, right?" And it was like he was just calling out everybody in Hollywood and everybody who was at the awards, and they're like, should we clap? And he's like, hey, it's just
no. Actually, the other thing too is when it was opened up, it was I guess he was sort of hired for a reason, and he walked around, pacing around and talking about how, the whole Globe thing was, very prejudiced. For years and years and years, and then
but that's a bunch of hooey as well.
Right? Yeah, well,
there's they say prejudice and racism and all this shit and the blah blah blah. You know what? It's really freaking simple. If you were good, an actor, if you were good in a movie, you got noticed.
Oh,
if you weren't.
Speaking of which, it's funny because, like, I felt uncomfortable watching it because I'm like, I don't know how I interpreted it. Probably not the way it was maybe meant, but this comedian I think it was kind of trashy the way the monologue. I mean, go on YouTube and look at the monologue and
is that the Rick Gervais one?
What's that?
Is that the
Ricky Gervais? Ricky Gervais. Yeah, the British guy. He's the one that probably called them all out. Yeah,
that was the guy. Yeah,
I was going to say I couldn't remember his name. Yeah,
in this Golden Globe though, it was a different comedian, and so no, you're probably right. Like, it's something obviously that happened a year or more ago, and then beyond that, it was this the implication that it was like I'm thinking, well. I don't know.
See, I used to watch this stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Years ago. And I totally stopped watching all those award shows just for that simple fact is you might have a certain race in the world that it didn't do very well as, whoever they are that year because they weren't in a lot of good movies and didn't get nominated or voted on or rated or whatever. And all of a sudden they go, prejudice, right? Blah 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 against my race, and it's like piss off. It's like
what always gets me about those awards.
The movies are out there; they're watched.
You don't have to go see them
everywhere,
and
there's good movies. There's not so much good movies. Like it's got nothing to do with your color. So stop already. It's got to do with the movie and how good it was and how good the actor was. That's all that freaking matters.
But the thing too that Hike is that if you're of dark skin, and you go to every movie and it's always white people, like wouldn't you want to see some people who look like you too?
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not there for that.
Yeah, you don't care, but they do.
This is me.
That's right.
Well,
no, I think Derek brings up a good point.
There's something wrong with that.
Yeah.
And that's why we have these issues in the world, is because certain people have these opinions about themselves or whatever, and they argue about it.
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter.
But it
no,
does.
actually,
how am I going to identify with something that is nothing like me? You know what I mean?
We also
if I'm going to watch TV.
No, but I think the Globes this year.
If you're watching TV or you're watching a movie, you obviously understand the language, right? Because you're watching it.
Yeah.
So what does it matter? Does everybody in that movie have to be the same race as you?
No.
It's a movie. It's entertainment. It's about superheroes. It's about love. It's about whatever. It doesn't matter.
But you have to cater to the audience. I mean, you can't if there's an audience out there.
Here's the thing. Like, I mean, I think the Globes actually did a pretty good. Like, it was very diverse, I thought, which was great. And I'm not talking about color. I'm talking about just everything about it. I mean, there was they introduced I don't know if it let's say the films that were just different cultures, right? It was very well represented that way. What I didn't like about it was like, again, it just sort of like seemed to zero in on one aspect of it, right? And in the monologue, it was uncomfortable to watch it. But you know what? This is why, okay, we've had things that have developed that I think are good and positive, like inclusion and being able to have diversity. Like, I grew up in Northern Ontario, and I can tell you, one of my really good friends that I met of, let's say, a different color was a super, super nice person. And
you know what? Absolutely. And we're not even.
He stuttered as well, right? But I just was, I grew up and I was raised to just, accept everyone as equal. But I have to say that way back, mining community and everything else, it wasn't very diverse, right? And it took years. And when I came to Toronto and spent a lot of time in Toronto and, whatever, 30 years ago, I guess, I realized, wow, this is awesome. Yet I was honestly confused too, because it's like, I go into these different areas of Toronto, which still exist today, people from different countries, like you have, almost like a Chinatown, a Greek town, all of this stuff. And it's like, wow, we didn't have any of that up north, but today is very different, and it's a lot more diverse. So I think that's good. I think that's a win for the Globe. I just happened to watch it, and I thought it was pretty good. I just did not like the monologue because it just zeroed in on stuff that I didn't think that was completely inclusive the way it was addressed. But anyway, to your point, there's Heiko, just like.
No, there's something that I do every year, and it's actually coming up next week. It's the Peterborough Film Festival.
Yep.
It's called Reframe. I've been going there for 9 years. Since COVID screwed it all up because you can't sit in the movie theater, right? Yeah. So they're actually very resourceful. In the last 2 years, they've done it all online.
Yeah.
So and this year too, I've got my ticket, and what I'm going to do is I have all my emails. I reserved all the movies I want to watch, and I put them on my TV, and we watch our documentaries. So what I'm trying to say here is there's a film festival. There's like 60 movies, right, that you can watch. So, and they have them all listed. And they have trailers, or if they don't have trailers, they have notes, a paragraph of what the movie's about. So you go through those movies. There's stuff about music. I've seen some incredible fucking music documentaries that'll blow you away. And there's one that was so good, I actually have the DVD here. There's stuff about Aboriginal people. There's stuff about science. There's stuff about gay people. There's art. There's stuff about everything. Movies that you watch when they're over, you're angry, or some you're so sad, or some you're just speechless. They're excellent documentaries. But this is what I'm trying to say. You watch the trailers and you choose what you wish to watch.
Yeah.
Okay? So I can say, I'm not into that. I'm not into that. Yeah, I love that. Now I'm going to pick what I want to see. And that's what it's all about. I'm not going to tell you people, you like this genre and I don't, but you're an idiot for
Who are you
not
calling
liking
you
it.
people?
And
Yeah.
exactly. I know. And this is what's happened today. And what's so freaking sad about the whole thing is everybody's so freaking opinionated. It's not an opinion anymore. It's become right or wrong.
Yeah.
So if you don't agree with my opinion, you're wrong. You know? So
like,
you can't watch that, and that's where all this racial stuff comes out, all this other shit comes out. Listen, it's so simple, folks. If you like it, do it. Listen to it, watch it, whatever. If you don't,
and it's always a
turn it
touchy
off.
subject, but I
know it is. It's
like
so hard, but
right,
it's so ingrained in people today. It's bad.
Right. But it's almost like I wonder where some of this comes from, right? Because sometimes there's double standards, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It gets confusing, and it's like, well, what's the real motivation behind stuff? Like I still don't completely get Mr. Potato Head, and sometimes I lie awake looking at the ceiling, and I'm thinking, why?
Yeah.
And things come out almost like daily. No, that's an exaggeration. But
well, actually, it's interesting. On this theme here, I read the other day, like Dundas Street in Toronto.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I know. I was on it yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, someone wants to rename it because it's something to do with a former slave trader or something like that, or one of
Look
those.
It up, Derek.
And like as somebody said, I think it was even one of the councillors. I can't remember. Toronto said, "Well, no one even knew that." We didn't know that. It's now been brought up.
But that's the problem.
So yeah,
right? People bring this shit up. That's pretty much meaningless because that's not why the street was named that or whatever. Or it's history. It goes way back. And today, if you're bringing up crap that's that old and you're complaining about it, I think you just deserve a smack in the face to wake you up and go, oh yeah. Let's deal about today.
Yeah. But it's true. It's like what came first, the chicken and the egg kind of thing. It's like, okay, you know what I mean? It's like no one knew who it was named after, but now we do. Like, so what do? You've created
nothing.
This crazy situation.
You do nothing. So what? It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I think Derek's looked it up.
Go, Derek.
The petition called for the street to be the petition called for the street to be renamed because of Dundas' role in Dundas's.
He held up a vote, right, to abolish slavery or something like that.
Yeah, in the delay of the abolish slavery in the transatlantic slave trade in 1790s.
Yeah.
It was not until 1807 that the Slave Trade Act was enacted, ending the slave trade in the British Empire.
Right. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, that's it.
So now there's a street named Dundas. The street is this long, flat piece of pavement, which is just something people drive on and walk on, and streetcars go on every day.
Yep.
Seriously, it's the name of a street.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean anything else. Don't dig into it, folks. There's nothing at the bottom of the bucket for you.
Right, and the intent of that name, like, how many Dundas streets are there in the world? Do we get rid of them all? Like,
exactly.
Well, they're everywhere.
Was the intent when somebody came up with a name? Hey, let's call this Dundas Street or Street or Church Street or whatever. Like, was the intent because it was symbolic of something?
This is also 2 years ago, so obviously it didn't go through.
It didn't stick.
I think it's been raised up again. I think it's actually.
It's a possibility, and like, again, I think the best thing to do, unless it's, I get what happened recently with the Girl Guides. I mean, or of Canada. I mean, that I can see a confusion, right? But anyway, you know what? I don't even want to go there. It's just the fact that, like, some of this stuff, you can't erase the past. You should never erase
No, you learn from
never, ever.
Yeah. And
because the past is something we can learn from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we never
made
fucking
mistakes.
do because we repeat.
We've made mistakes in the past that we know of, and we will not repeat those mistakes because we know how bad they were and what happened.
Look where this country was in the 60s and 70s, right?
Yeah.
Besides the big gas shortage, it was making money. It was doing stuff, right? Now it's not anymore, right? We import.
Right.
We are now a labor force instead of entrepreneurs.
Yeah. So hey, Richard.
But that's not going to do with history. That has to do with greed, which is totally different. That's a whole other topic.
But everything comes around because you get a later on will become even smaller and just a smaller workforce, and will be ruled again, just like how we stopped from having a king and queen.
Yeah. That'll come back.
The more politics get into it, the more it becomes fucking shit. Anyways, so hey, how's it going, guys? Fuck. Blah, blah.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone makes money on this. Follow the money. See if anyone makes money on doing this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it takes our money.
The only change,
I need $2 billion of your money to invest. In what? In a company that doesn't exist. Oh, okay. Don't ask questions. Just give me the money.
So I've got a little bit of a rant, which is probably shouldn't be. So I noticed with a big drug chain, outlet, whatever. So I was in there buying something around the holidays, and I was asked to donate if I'd like to make a donation to a hospital.
Right.
And I said, well, you know what? So after the day was done, I was at the LCBO, I was at different places, asked the same thing.
Yeah.
So I said, by the end of the day, I said no, because I've already donated 4 or 5 times while I was shopping, right? And then I noticed yesterday I went into this drug who was, they were asking for donations for another cause. Now they're asking for donations for something completely different. And I think as a corporation, you could look at it and say, okay, we want to help 2 or 3 causes this year, right? Not 20,
Yeah.
And it now becomes, to me, it's benign. So you're asking to donate to an organization that I can go to like a dozen in the same day, different shops, different organizations that are asking for exactly the same. So then on one hand, I think about it and think, well, this must be great for that charity. But the corporations are not, they're just using it for their own visibility to get on the phone. And
we were talking
problem
about
with
that.
it is you get numb to it. I do anyway. It's like, no, I'm not going to give you another.
Yeah, and that's the problem. You get numb to it, and that is a really big problem because now you just kind of go, meh, right? Because you don't want to hear it every day.
We were talking about that a couple of weeks ago, I think. It's also it's the company is not, they're like, oh, we'll match your money. Well, great. You'll match our money even. That's awesome. But you're getting a tax receipt for that.
Yeah.
So now you're getting a tax receipt for twice as much money because you're taking all the free money that we gave you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are putting it in under your name, saying, hey, look how much money we raised. So you're taking that tax receipt and say, hey, we're giving, I don't know, I just saw $2 billion. So I'm going to say $2 billion to you guys. Mm-hmm. And they're like, this is awesome. But really, they only gave $1 billion, but they're giving a receipt for $2 billion. You know what I mean?
So if I went to the manager of any one of those stores and said, help me understand this campaign, they probably wouldn't be able to answer that, because if they knew the charity, I guess so, but like we need to spin the clock back. And if we're going to do those kinds of things, it's not a wallet grab. It's like, I think both ends of the, you know, the donator and the company, like, here's the thing. Who gets the tax benefit for those donations? Okay, so if a major corporation collected $1 million worth of donations and they turn that over to the charity, who gets the tax receipt? Do they go back to every
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's just going back to the company.
Don't, and that's how they make their money.
Yeah.
Right. So it's, you know, I think it's disgusting. I really do. Like, every charity should have, you know, like, if you do a charity, a lot of people do charities for people that have, let's say, are having health issues or whatever. So you get some bands together, you make some money to sort of help bridge and help people in. And that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. But, you know, technically you're supposed to have a registration for that charity. And it's very by the book. You know, you have to do the whole financial thing and everything. And
we had to do that for a soccer league.
Get through. What's that?
We had to do that for a soccer league so we could hold charity events to raise money.
Yep. Yeah, and I agree with that. But at the end of the day, like, if a charity makes X number of dollars, then like I've done a few charities. I used to actually work with Club Link and doing a lot of hospital foundation golf tournaments and that. So it's up there, and you know, like I think it the way it is now, like I said, it's broken up. It's like, okay, just make this part of our point of sale system and ask, and we just, you know, directly deposit. But yeah, I have a lot of questions about that, and I also have a lot of questions. Yeah. It kind of makes you numb as a consumer, and it's like you just really dumbed my charity down, right? Like,
I've had this happen a lot lately. Like the charity out there, the food banks. Okay, they have some really, really amazing commercials now on radio and TV. The food banks, and they're saying that there's millions of Canadians that don't have enough food, and the children are starving, right?
Yeah.
And instantly, I believe in the food banks. I love what they're doing, but I get so angry because right now this is a fact that the big food chains are making record profits with the prices of the groceries in the stores. Record profits. So
everybody is.
You got people starving, and you have record profits. So this is where I get mad, and I go, why is our government not stepping in here and making food more affordable for its own people?
Yeah.
Right?
So the segue to that, Heiko, and we talked a little bit about it last week, was the fact that that is exactly the problem. And I think the Prime Minister was interviewed and confronted on that topic, because people are, you know, the state of the nation is not good. And it's gotten to the point where I think the interviewer mentioned that people are asking and inquiring about like assisted suicide, because it's like this friggin' hamster wheel of trying to pay for shit. Like when you
Trying
look
to
at the
stay on
price,
top.
I think you talked about like the cost of vegetables, right?
Yep.
And now, like if you go into again a drug chain, a drugstore chain, and they're missing, cost suppressant, Benylin, and all this stuff that or whatever.
All that stuff.
Yeah, whether it's good for you or not, I'm not debating that, but it's the go-to stuff when you're ill, right?
Mhm.
So, and then I saw these things. I think it was on the Tonight Show or something. Of these little videos of the Prime Minister just kind of bashing the like people that were not getting immunized, and was very opinionated about it. But I won't get into all of that because I don't even know what fake news and real news is anymore. And that whole thing is troubling, but
it's really hard. It's hard.
But to your point, what's the government doing about it? Like, we race to get CERB in and all of these other things, and it's like, well, okay, like fix what's what's left behind is a lot of disparity, a lot of people that need relief, right?
And see, that's where I say, if the government hears those commercials on the radio, which are everywhere, right? The government should go, oh my God, our people are in trouble. Our people cannot afford the groceries.
Oh my God!
Let's do something about it.
Is this really made?
Yeah,
Richard. Are you guys serious?
Yeah.
So no, it is. It is. It is very serious.
I don't know if you guys know, but I like conspiracy theory stuff, right? Now, me as a conspiracy-minded person, the first thing I think of when I see made on anything that's government, what does a maid do? A maid cleans up. Government's pretty obvious when they say stuff, right? Like the eagle has landed. Oh, the spaceship's down. You know what I mean? Like, so cleaning up the dead people. They're just cleaning up the population.
Yeah. So, well, there could be something there.
You know what? It's I know it from a little different perspective than a lot of people do, because people I know are in that business. And the reason why it's there is, the rules and laws are kind of made up by somebody who says this is the way it's going to be. So, for instance, if you want to kill yourself and you don't succeed, you will be arrested because trying to kill yourself is against the law.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Really? So now someone tried to take their own life and they messed up and now they're in jail.
Yeah, you lose your freedom.
So, I can't advocate for these people. I don't understand it. This is just what I've made up from what I've heard. Is some people are just really, really sick. And when it comes to that, there's something called
compassion, whatever.
Yeah. It's not that. It's the something about life. The how good your life is. Right?
Quality of life.
Quality of life. Yes. Thank you. So if you wake up every day and you're in so much freaking pain that you can barely move, you can't think, you can't eat, you can't shit because you're in so much pain because something's wrong with your body. And you've gone to doctors, you've gone to hospitals, and they can't fix you. So, do you let this person legally arrange to go to sleep forever?
Yeah.
Or do you make them suffer for the rest of their lives?
Okay,
and that's a whole other topic. I don't want to get into it because it's huge.
Yeah.
But that's what this is made is all about. There's people that are suffering. What do you do with your dog? Like I said, my one of my best friends had to put the dog down today, a shepherd, because it had a tumor growing inside and it wasn't able to go to the bathroom anymore. It was squealing in pain every time I had to go to the bathroom. So what do? You put your dog down. because your dog is suffering. Your dog is in pain every day. Why can't we do that?
A lot
Right?
of people on just on that level, a lot of people would have put down Stephen Hawkins.
Right. Good point. Yeah, if that was a
Right?
thing, right? Like, but
But this is the own individual's choice.
Yeah.
I want to be put down because I am suffering every day.
You know,
some people are good with it. They're okay. They manage it. They carry on. It's an individual choice.
I worked with people like this when I was younger. My mom did it for 30 some odd years, right?
Right.
They were people who were literal vegetables, right?
Right.
They are living in a chair and they get rolled into the sun and stuff, right? One guy, the doctor was so proud, he saved him 27 times during birth. He said, I saved his life 27 times. That guy literally for his, I think he lived for, it was 27 or 28 years in a chair, just fetal position, never moved, never talked, did nothing. Again, is that someone that you put down?
Yeah, but
is that a quality of life? And see, the sad thing is,
no,
is the people
he doesn't have a choice.
I know, but the people in that state can't.
But it's not
choose.
the quality of life that we're used to, so we can't judge what. Like it's very like
if you were born without a leg, you don't know any different.
Right. Like if you're amputee or whatever the case is, you don't know any different. So if that person in that fetal position could hear, could sense things, then part of the senses are working. Is it a choice that anyone else would make? Sure, it's challenging, and it puts pressure on the medical and the care system to provide for that person, but you don't know. Like if all they ever knew was that, like, we can't make those decisions. That's a whole other thing.
No, but see, and that's the thing, is some people unfortunately can't make those choices.
No.
But me, myself, I can.
Well,
and if something ever happened to me, if I fell or was in a car accident, and now I'm a vegetable and people are going to wipe my ass and I get fed through a tube every day, no. Put me down. Put me away. Yeah. I'm done.
But that's a choice that you make in a situation where you can't speak for yourself.
You're able-bodied.
It's like when Red comes on here and he's got the big DNR tattooed on his, okay, well that's his personal choice. And if it gets to the point where you cannot make a decision and they have to think about pulling a plug, then that's a choice you make, right? I've had a lot of experiences being faced with that a few times. That not giving up, right? And it's miraculous that your loved one bounces back from that or whatever. I just
right, Ringo. I get it. Yeah,
I'm against that. Like the idea when you start to think about conspiracy, right? You remember Logan's Run?
Yep.
Where they let you live till you're like 30 years old, and then they let
carousel. You went to the carousel.
Right, the carousel, which it's like, oh well, and you're going on to another. But the other part that comes into this,
what a great concept, right? If you think about that movie, it's in a dome. There's no room for expansion.
Right.
They only have room for so many people, so they have to either stop people from having children or find a way of going on. Everybody has kids, they grow up. There's a limit to what the city can hold. So this is what they did, is you live till you're 30. And then
if you look at the capacity the Earth has right now, I think Elon is actually looking for a place to either exit to or build another.
Of course he is.
He wants to die on
the population. But at the end of the day, it's like was COVID thinning the herd. Well, a lot of people believe that, right?
Mm.
I think honestly now, like, you know,
Is
I'm not
Kellogg's
a
thinning the herd?
doctor or anything, but the effects of some of these vaccines and boosters are not good, right?
When have you
And
seen so many? When have you seen so many 20-year-old athletes dying from heart attacks
right
or having heart attacks?
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. We should get off this topic honestly because it's
it's time to
lead
go
back
anyways.
to
It's after 11, and I'm tired, guys. Hey, look at my eyes. See how tired I am.
It was a good chat.
Hang on, Derek.
I look like Crush.
Your eyes look exactly the same as when you started the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit! Richard wrote us a poem.
No, he's basically saying that they're making it for people who have depression and stuff. Man, that would wipe out the planet, right? I mean, everybody goes through depression. Everybody goes through it. Whether you want to admit it or not, there's something in your life that will make you depressed.
Yep.
You know,
absolutely.
There's no happy-go-lucky. Life is hard, you know, and there are reasons why people get depressed, and it's not an easy fix, right? So imagine that, right? Oh no, you're super depressed. You can push the eject button. That's bullshit. It's like no way. If you're gonna like you know, it's that old saying, is this heaven or hell?
And that's so hard. Like, how do you legislate and make a law and say yes they can do this or no they can't? Because you have that person that says, okay, I want to hit the eject button, right? So let's say you say no, you can't. So now that person will be on the system, needing drugs, needing looked after, needing, and being a huge burden on the system until they die of natural causes.
Yeah.
So where do you draw the line, right? And that's the hard thing. Like, are you compassionate? Are you like you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say here?
I see with somebody
you can't draw a line and say everybody this way, that way.
Right.
I think it has to be more flexible and say, okay, you're really, really fucking sick. If we do everything we can for you, you might live another 3 years. But you're in pain every day. So you know what?
Imagine somebody who's depressed, that, you know, that whole thing has come about, and to, let's say, for instance, to validate or sort of back it up, they ask for the family to sort of vote. Like, who would do that, right? And should an individual, you know, like, if you're, get help, right? This is why we have hotlines for people that are depressed, and because you know what, there's always a way, and sometimes it's just reaching out and asking for support. So this idea of making that an option at all is just incredibly fucked up. I can see if there was somebody that's not coming back from life support, you know, that's really about pulling that plug to see if they can sustain on their own. If they can't, they can't. That's a DNR, right? But those are circumstances that, that decision has to be made. The other thing is, like, no, we're not in the business of killing people for, you know. So I think the whole thing is, I think we've got a prime minister who's very weak, and also very centered on things that he believes, but he is not the country. He's not the country. And back to your point earlier, Heiko, is that's where the investment needs to be. It needs to be in making sure that within the interior of Canada, stop fucking spending money on ammunition and shit to just kill more people in another country, right? They're holding their own right now, and that's great. That investment's done. Stay the fuck here, and, you know, let's clean up our own backyard.
See, and there has to be a way for us people to make these things happen, but we're not as united as we should be.
No,
because No, we're not. Other cultures are much more united. And you wait and see what's going to happen because they're going to privatize healthcare in Canada. So the big shots, the government, all those guys, they're going to start making money. They're going to start making cash. That's why they want to privatize it.
Yeah.
And who's going to get screwed? All of us.
I think he needs to be like they impeached a U.S. president and whatever. I mean, I don't want to get into that, but like we got to take a like.
I think we need to take them and duct tape them into a canoe and just set them afloat somewhere and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, like we vote these idiots into office, right? Unfortunately.
Yeah. But they have smart people.
I'm starting to think.
I believe it's all set up.
Yeah. Thank you, Derek.
I agree, Derek. You just kind of said what I was gonna, comment on. I think it. Yeah.
There's no winning.
And I think there's another agenda there that is horrible. Like, these are the demons that will surface, and some of them already have, right?
I think all the people on top right now that are running everything should all go to jail, and we need to start over.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You just go shoot them
because they're criminals. They're doing shit that we would go to jail for if we did. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about something else before we go off the air.
All right, let's hear it.
I want to put in a huge plug for Country Stop Burgers.
Okay.
Huge plug. Country Stop Burgers, Ballytray, Ontario.
Stop Burger, Ballytray.
Get your burger any way you want it.
Danny and Michelle have now started opening early, and they're serving breakfast. And if you go on Country Stop Burgers Instagram page, you will see, oh my God, they got pancakes lined up on a plate with Nutella, like smothered in the top.
Oh my God.
French toast all lined up like soldiers on a plate with syrup and everything on. Oh, you should see the breakfast they're making. It's insane, man. We got to go there for breakfast.
Where's
and if you're in the area, and
Country Stop Burgers, Ballytray, Ontario.
Look it up in Ballytray, just north of Stouffville, on Highway 48,
just north of 47.
So that's a big news for them. They're open for breakfast every day now too. Go check them out. Oh my God! And I chatted with Danny the other night, and this is something we're working on that we want to do this summer. We want to have at the restaurant. We want to have a burnout contest.
Wicked. I love burnout contests.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
I used to go to one all the time at Markham Fairgrounds. They used to have one.
Yeah.
I think
bring your hot rods, bring your muscle cars, bring whatever you got that can burn some
I'll bring
rubber.
My fucking pedal bike.
Yeah. Motorcycles, anything. We're going to have a burnout contest. It's so freaking awesome.
Custom made burnout machines. Bring them.
So we will.
You got a tractor? Bring it.
Update you on that as we go. But in the meantime, if you're hungry in the morning, stop in for breakfast. They're always busy at lunch because everybody driving by stops in for lunch. And I'm actually going to take my buddy Dave. We're going to go this weekend. We're going to go down for dinner. So,
Country Stop
Burger is the place to get something to eat. That's all I have to say, folks.
Lunch and dinner.
Do you guys have any last-minute plugs you want to throw out there? Any shows coming up? Any concerts?
I'd just like to talk about the new anal lube from Butt Cheeks R Us.
Ooh.
Balloon.
That's kind of scary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, Derek, I really think you need to go to bed.
I think so.
Hey, at our age, we have to start having colonoscopies. And if you want to make sure it's you, use butt stuff.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Yeah.
So, folks, we started out on the shitty side of things. We went through the backside, and now we're right back in the toilet. There we go. A standard Heikadelic show.
Hey, you've had a colonoscopy, right? Where you guys are all have a colonoscopy.
Absolutely.
Have you ever had you down the throat, too?
What are you trying to say?
I have to get a
I had to
thinking
have
of
a
a
scope.
4
I had to
a.m.
have a scope down the throat too.
Yeah?
Yeah. I
Lucky you.
just wanted to make sure that he did the throat first.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well,
On that note,
I
folks,
didn't want to go half the mouth. Go on.
Derek's kind of go a little bit to the left side here. So I want to thank the people that were on our show tonight. I want to first thank you guys. You guys are the best, man. You guys are awesome. The show would not be what it is without you. I don't know if that means much, but anyways, I said it. I said it. But I want to thank Sandra for being the first one on, Kathy, Keisha, and Keisha not just for being on, but for also winning tonight on the sentence game that we just made up. Good job, girl. And Murph, Sandra, Olaf, and Richard. And Richard just said, "Oh, Derek, poor guy."
Derek. Yeah.
So, guys, I hehope everybody enjoys their week. All you fans, I hope you enjoy your week. And we're all going to see you right here next Monday night at 9:30 on the Heikadelic Show. Till then, cheers, drive safe, and don't wind up in jail. Thank you.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. We'll see you all next week on the Heikadelic Show. If you're interested.
Hi there, my name's Mr. Wiggleton, and I'm actually the producer and janitor here at the Heikadelic Show. But anyhow, I think it's good, but it really it's pretty late show, so I don't even watch it myself, so I have no idea what it's about. But that Heiko guy, he's pretty smart. He is pretty smart. He doesn't pay me well, but he's pretty smart.